Hi everyone, I hope you're okay today. I hope you've had a happy Sunday. This is day 2 of my video challenge, and today's challenge is to tell you 5 facts about myself and 1 lie. The lie will be mixed in obviously with the facts, so you won't know which number it is on the list of 6 things that I'm going to tell you. But at the end, I would like you to take a guess at which one you think is the lie, and which ones you think are the truth. Like I said, this is the second day of the video challenge. I'm enjoying it so far, though I've had a really hectic day today, so it's quite late now that I've got round to posting this one today, and I've got a lot of other stuff I've still got to get done today, so I've got a very busy plan ahead of me. Well, let's shall we start with the facts and the lie, and I'll tell you a bit about each one as to the reasons why, and then you can have a guess which one you think is the lie out of this lot. Okay, my first fact for you is that I was in the audience of the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire once. I didn't get picked out, but I was in the audience and could do the buzzer question when that came up, so I could press the buzzer and guess what the answer was for that question. That was a fun experience. I mean, I've been in a few other TV show audiences as well. Never been lucky enough to actually be in a TV show, like doing anything major, but I've done the audience thing a few times, especially a program called Saturday Night Takeaway, which is with Anton Deck, which a lot of you probably won't know unless you're in the UK. I've been in their audience quite a few times, luckily enough, which is a really fun experience, and I enjoyed it every time. The next fact I'm going to tell you is I used to keep rats. I had 4 rats altogether over the years. They are lovely. I don't know why people freak out about keeping them. I mean, they keep very well in pairs. Obviously you want to keep two of the same sex. You don't want to be having lots of rat babies running around. So I kept rats for quite a few years, which I did enjoy very much, and I would do so again in the future. My next fact is that I still have never learned to ride a bike, even though I'm now 41 years of age. I think this is because when I was growing up in London, there wasn't really anywhere we could go out and ride around a lot on a bike, because it's a busy city and that, so I never really just got the chance to really get out and do it, because I lived in a block of flats, or an apartment, as I think a lot of you would call it. So we didn't have any outside space of our own or anything like that. The block of flats right out on the street, so didn't go out riding out there on the street or anything, so it wasn't something I ever got round to. We didn't have space to keep a bike or anything like that, so I just never actually got round to learning to ride one. I used to roller skate a lot though, because I could do that along the balcony outside our flats and that, so there was space to do that on the balcony. I wouldn't ride a bike along the balcony, otherwise you'd be toppling headfirst over the top and falling 3 floors down. But I did roller skate, so I enjoyed doing that and just never really got around to learning to do the bike. My next fact is when I was a teenager, I didn't want any children. I think I mentioned yesterday I'm a mum of 5 kids now. I've actually been pregnant 10 times altogether, but unfortunately I did lose 5 of them. But I've got my 5 kids. But when I was a teenager, I didn't want any kids whatsoever. I was determined I was never going to have a child, and there was no way I was going to ever have children. And that was it. I wasn't a children person. My mum was a childminder, which meant we had children in our house every day, but I wasn't really a kid person at all, and I didn't want children, and that was how I felt for quite a few years. My next fact is I used to take diving classes from the high diving boards when I was at primary school, which for those of you that don't know is up to age 11. I did it in the last 2 years of primary school, and it was on the diving boards, they use in the Olympics, the really high boards. I didn't actually dive off the top 2 boards ever. I did jump off them, but I didn't actually ever get round to actually learning to dive off those ones. But the 3 lower boards we did learn to dive off of, and how to do it correctly so you don't belly flop or anything. So at the age of 10 of 11 I enjoyed doing that quite a lot, so I did that weekly for the last couple of years of being at primary school, and I enjoyed it a lot. And then my last fact is that I never ever tried pizza until I was a teenager. There. It sounds like a crazy fact, but maybe it's the lie, but I'm not going to tell you if it is or not. But I never tried pizza till I was a teenager. I don't like tomatoes. I'm not a tomato person at all. I was convinced that if I ever had pizza, it would be disgusting because it was covered in tomato sauce. This was back before the days we had barbecue sauce on pizzas and that instead, which I don't like now anyway. I didn't find that quite rank. But pizza with tomato sauce never, ever, ever like appealed to me or anything. And it wasn't till I was a teenager, and I can't even remember how I first tried it, but when I did, I liked it, and I've liked it ever since. And I love pizza. It's one of my favourite meals now. Great takeout like choice if I'm like having a takeaway, as it's not overly expensive. It's quite expensive for what you get, but it's not overly expensive. But when I was a kid, didn't even want to entertain trying it. So there we go. So that is the 6 facts about me. So now you've just got to put in the comments below which one you think is the lie out of those 6, and let's see what you think. Let me just run through them quickly one more time for you. The first one was I was in the audience of the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The second one was I used to keep rats. The third one was that I never had, up till now, I've ever learned to ride a bike. The next one was when I was a teenager, I didn't want children when I grew up. Then I used to take diving classes from the high diving boards when I was at primary school, 10 and 11. And the last one was I never tried pizza until I was a teenager. And they're my facts. So this is day 2 of the video challenge. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it so far. I'm looking forward to coming back to you tomorrow with something else and seeing what your guesses are as well. See you later. Bye.